Jane Lockhart has some beautiful ideas to set the table for you. And we've got a traditional table here and a modern table.
That's right. And I know for a lot of people, this is the best time of year and the worst time of year because there's so much to do, and it's one of the first holidays back where we're starting to celebrate around food again. But this is where you can put a little bit more effort into your table if you want to. And I like the idea of using the stuff you already have, but mixing in a little bit more to really amp up that Thanksgiving vibe when people come and feast with their eyes first.
Okay, and the first look here,
yes.
this plate really amps up the Thanksgiving. There's a turkey on the plate.
Yes, there's no getting around that this is Thanksgiving and the turkey is center of the table. But the idea would be you don't have to use that plate. You could use the plate that's underneath only and put your own existing dishware with that instead.
Because that's a really timeless piece.
It really is, and it could go to the spring as well. So if you're doing something around Easter, you could reuse it, so you don't have to invest in an entire set. This particular set, though, has combinations that allow you to put it together. This is from Pottery Barn. And the idea is to kind of mix and match, so we really celebrate the fall season where we kind of feel festive, and there's such great colors at this time of year where it's brighter than we've seen. I really like table runners at this time because it does preserve your table. Some people cannot be trusted at the Thanksgiving table. We know that. So having a good runner really helps to keep the table clean and overall cleaning up afterwards.
Okay.
You'll notice it's silver cutlery, so it's your standard cutlery, nothing fancy about this. And in this case, we actually have, I've put out napkins that you would have to wash or iron, but most of them are polyester today, so they don't need ironing the way they used to. But if you feel better, you can always use a traditional paper napkin, and that's no problem.
Right.
Paper
They're
towel
compostable.
You can even use if you want.
Oh, you almost lost your pumpkin there.
Sorry, I did. This is, see, I cannot be trusted. Do you see the problem? Oh, and I just wanted to point out, you know, any of the stuff that you have around the house can make a great centerpiece. So this might have been somewhere else, and then you bring it in here, and it just decorates or adds height to the table.
Or even anything from the garden.
You know what? And we've had such a nice September. This is a good time of year to clip even your hydrangeas, anything like that you can use and put on the table. Look beautiful.
With a table runner, just before we get to the next one, would you put a tablecloth underneath that?
It depends on the quality of your table. So if you have a more traditional table that's high shine, yes, I would. If on the other hand you have a rougher table like this one, where it's meant to be left open, then you just need to put it down the center. Or you can do the way we do here. Sometimes people buy a variety of these and they run them sort of opposite to the table, so they almost make like place settings specifically, so you don't actually need a place mat instead.
Then don't make them too long, because I guess like me, we just like bring the whole thing down.
That's right. And it depends on your table. If it's a narrow table like this, it's hard to host down the center.
Yes.
Right? You're going to put it onto the corners, so you may want those table runners in different locations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the modern.
So modern, lots of people love, because again, it dovetails into their decor more effectively sometimes than the more traditional pieces. But I love traditional at holidays because it is nice to sort of see what's trending. This one, we also have a table runner now. This has gold in it. So for people who are looking for what's really we're seeing in tableware, we are definitely seeing gold. We are seeing olive, which is a color that's getting mixed in, and natural looks or weaves. So you can see that we have a layered table setting here. So this is a leaf shape that's made out of basically a wicker, which again could be used in the spring. It could be used outdoors if you're dining outdoors at another time of year. And then a charger plate. And you'll notice our gold is not brassy. We're seeing the direction of gold go more towards what we call honey gold or bronzy brown gold. It's easier to live with.
And it's a warmer.
It's warmer. It doesn't show fingerprints as much, which is always the problem with anything shiny. And it allows you to mix in other decor in the future. Like this piece here, although it's meant for Thanksgiving, I think it could just as easily be Christmas.
Christmas or New Year's too.
Exactly. So that's the idea, is to kind of repurpose the pieces you have. Don't go out and spend. But then if you're having a little bit of a home sense day, out you go and you purchase a few things to kind of give it a little bit of something new, like our pumpkins here. You know, get a few of them and just put them onto the table. These ones happen to be glass, which again, I should not have, clearly.
Have them in the center of the table safely.
But you can also have have plastic or resin ones. There's lots of ones. And for that matter, you could use real pumpkins. You really could do something like that down the center of the table.
And I love the idea of like looking around the house, maybe looking in your mom's house or grandma's.
This is it. And saying, hey, I'm going to repurpose this. You know, shopping at home is really the most fun.
Yes.
And this is a good time to purge, put stuff out before the start of the new year as you start going through and thinking, am I going to use that? But you'd be surprised the things you can reuse.
Okay.
Like an old gravy boat you never thought you would use, but this is the time to bring it out. You know, even if you don't use gravy in it, could be the cranberry sauce, could be anything.
Could be for your flowers.
It absolutely could be.
Jane, we're so thankful you came in.
I am very thankful to always be with you guys here.
We'll get your links up on our website, chch.com/morninglife. Happy Thanksgiving.